Alright everyone, Shikai Hogan here, reporting for the festival. So today we are back to Forza Horizon 4 and we're going to do the usual drive and try to review, I guess. Review a car, obviously. So this time we have this car right here. This is the Maserati Gran Turismo S, which is, well, for a modern looking car, this is actually pretty old because maybe you don't think much about it, but this car actually came out around 2010. Yeah, it's already a decade old, huh? You guys feel old yet? I certainly do. So, right, rear-wheel drive sports car, Grand Tourer as well. Well, probably the last time you will see Maserati making a sports car, because after that, it's just all SUV, which is not a Maserati thing, to be honest. But here we are. So today's livery is made by Painless Ohio 21, and the livery is featuring Anchovy from Girls Und Panzer, which is a really nice anime. And well, speaking of Anchovy, she actually make a proper debut on an OVA specifically for a battle between ORI and what's her school name again? Let me see. It is here right here. Anzio Girls High School, and yes, Anzio Girls High School is based on Italian faction during World War II. So that's why they use tank cap, which is, well, it's a really small vehicle and it's only equipped with machine guns, so it's far from ideal for tank battle, but it's pretty good as an armor car against personal army personnel or something like that. So yeah, let's have a look around, shall we? So starting from the front, we have Anchovy herself here, and the Anzio Girls High School alongside the logo for her school. And yeah, she's pointing out like, yeah, charge. Well, she's the leader of the Anzio Girls High School, but well, as far as I can remember, no one really listened to her. She's a good girl though. And going on over to the rear, we have Anzio Girls High School and some sponsor, which is actually just, I think the guy just picked it up from the presets one. But yeah, also if you didn't notice already, the paint job is based on Italian flag, and this is really nice touch, really. Like especially on the hood, because it's diagonally placed, which is really nice. So onto the side, this is the proper side here. We have some more anchovy here, and the framing of her on the car body is really good. So yeah, a bunch of stuff, and this one is not an actual badge for Maserati. This is just a sticker, which is, from afar, it's quite convincing, right? I'm not going to lie, that's quite convincing from far away. We have a bunch of sponsors from the game, including Bridgestone and Pennzoil. And of course the anime title, the Girls Und Panzer. It is a really nice anime. I really recommend you to watch it if you're into military stuff. It's good, alright. I mean, there are some your usual animation shenanigans, but other than that, it's a really nice show. Sometimes it actually gives you more information about the tanks that they are using in the show as well. So be sure to check that out, because I do love that. I do love this show. So, you know, I really highly recommend. And well, speaking of car, I actually upgraded to just S1 class, But this time around, I am not doing. What is it? That guy is up there is going to keep crashing. I'm seeing him just rewinding and keep crashing because he doesn't slow down enough. But anyway, so yeah, speaking of the car, I actually upgraded to A class right here. But unlike what I usually did, this time I only add the handling. I don't even upgrade the engine as far as I can remember. So, you know, there's some stuff here. Alright, there it is. So it has 322 kilowatts of power with 490 Newton meter torque, which is, well, it comes with the car from the factory, so, because I didn't tune it. But I do reduce the weight a little bit by 200 kilograms. So originally it's around 1,800 kilograms. Now it's 1,658 kilograms. It has a weight distribution pretty close to 50%, which is always nice to have. Displacement is just under 4.7 liter. And well, it's a rear-wheel drive, obviously, so it's gonna be interesting to drive. Hang on. So anyway, but yeah, I'm going to drive it on snow, maybe a little bit there later. Just tarmac with snow, just to show you that this car is pretty nice to drive. So right, let's just jump into the first race, which is right here, the Broadway Village Circuit. And remember, this car is based on, well, this car is not based on something. This car is a GT car. So you're going to fight the likes like the Alfa Romeo, some BMW, the Jaguar, and for some reason, a Regalia Quartz, a Quartz Regalia, because why the hell not? So these are the kinds of car that you're going to fight with, and I do have this as well. That also has a Girls Und Panzer livery, which is not available anymore. And I built it for rallying. It's really fun for rallying a Continental GT here. I mean, you're not supposed to, but it works. So anyway, let's just jump into the race. So yeah, I don't do much tuning because it's already pretty high up on the A class, but the weight is not that bad. So after you reduce it, because it's almost 2 tons when you originally get it, so quite a heavy car for the Grand Tourer. But then again, Grand Tourer is made for comfort driving instead of racing, right? But then again, there is a reason why we have a GT class for racing. So right, let's see how this car performs. So I have to put it quite on the high rev range, because if I put it too low, it's launched really badly. But as you can see, it's pretty good so far. So we have a few Bentley and another Maserati Gran Turismo S. I forgot to say the S at the end, because that's the trim that this car has. And as you can see, sorry about that torpedo move. Oh my god, I'm going to be squeezed out on the way out here. Oh man. This car has a really good handling. Well, unless you overshoot it, but this car's handling is really good. It's just nice to drive, but you have to keep in mind this is an A class without much tuning on the engine, so you have to keep your momentum, just like when you're driving a Miata. Yes, I'm comparing it with a Miata now, because that's basically how this car behaves, because the tire is quite thick from the factory, which is 245 on the front, 285 on the rear, I didn't change that at all, but it's more than enough for A class. But then again, this car is quite heavy, so makes sense to have that big of a tire to be used here. So it's really nice. It goes around really nicely. I do love the handling of this car. It's really nice, and it goes up to 8,000 RPM if you try to redline it, which is a pretty good RPM, and you can make sure there is no actual red line for your car if you want in this game by removing some of the parts there or changing it to the sports. Oh wow, we're already on to lap 3. That was quite quick. Okay, I cannot go further because surprisingly this place is needed more power than I was expecting. Oh man, that was terrible driving. But yeah, it's just my terrible driving, but I can guarantee you this car actually has a pretty good handling. It almost scores sub 53 too. So close. Oh man. This car is pretty good. So it's handling based, but you have to keep your momentum really nicely around the track. If you don't, this car is getting hurt by the slow acceleration of my tune. But then again, it's a factory setting. I just did it a little bit here and there on the gearing and stuff. But other than that, yeah, this car is pretty good. Surprisingly, I wasn't expecting that. But then again, this is the last legacy of Maserati for nice sports car, somewhat. You know. Just unfortunate they just moved to making boring SUV, you know. Alright, move along. Right, for our second race, we're on Glendale Club Circuit, and this is one of the more demanding in terms of handling. So, I mean, there is some straight line, but on the second half of the track, there is a lot of turns, and I'm going to show you how good this car is despite the snowy condition. And yes, I'm using Racing Slick as well, so that is that. Alright, here we go. We're going to get hurt on the straight, but on the corner we can make sure we can overtake as much car as possible. If I don't get blocked like this. Alright, sorry about that. Keep the throttle in to make it turn. So it's one of those cars that apparently having more throttle around the corner is good. But yeah, we are already on 8th place. Okay, that's a bit too fast from me. A bit ambitious around that corner. A bit of bump here and there, but nothing too serious. It's fine. I didn't punt out anyone out of the track, which is always fine. A little bit of bump is fine. Just don't do it too much. Alright, now we're... Oh my god. See, we got murdered on the straight line. Like, it's... We cannot keep up on the straight line at all. But we have the corner. So that means we are actually a fast driver. Fast driver always utilize the corner really well. I mean, fast car does help, but if you have a fast car that basically has a problematic handling, or you cannot even handle your car, what's the point of that, right? Oh boy. It's a bit rough here around this corner. It's always tricky to nail that corner nicely. Now we're already on second place. But then strikes happen, so we're going to catch up with that guy on the next corner. Okay, I need to be a bit slower there because I went a bit too fast. But so far so good. Oh yeah, that bump's still there. I always forgot the bump is extremely dangerous on that particular corner. That's some cut there. Oh my god, I got pushed to the barrier there. But, well, I have no right to try to do that, but still, I'm forcing it. I mean, they're just AI. I mean, if it's just an actual player, I'll just back down. I mean, AI, yeah, no, I am having none of it. But yeah, I was expecting they'll catch up on the strike when I'm at front, but no. Alright, that's our first victory. A bit dirty, but well, as you can see from the time compared to the AI, I'm having some trouble around this track as always. And the fastest one is 58.6 seconds on one of the lap, and I am 56.9. Yeah, sub 57. This car is pretty good on handling, that's for sure. It can out-handle other cars, but it struggles on the speed sides on this class. You know? So, I mean, it's really nice to drive though. So, you know, I'm happy about it, obviously. As long as it's nice to drive, to handle, that's the best car for me. Speedy one is nice, but if you can handle it, why would you get it, right? Alright, I have control of this connection, and for our final race, we're on the Cotswold Super Sprint, I think. Yep, Cotswold Super Sprint. And we started on the snow, so grip is non-existent on the beginning, but other than that, we should be fine. I hope. I mean, launching on the snow is even harder because it's a lot more slippery. But once you get the hang of your car, you can just launch it, but don't do this in real life with a slick tire, because you won't even turn when that happens. Oh my god, that was a terrible cut there from me. What am I doing there? But alright, let's see. I went too fast there. That bluntly just closed the door really badly there. Do not close the door, you bastard. I'm sorry about the rudeness there, but AI is pretty rude as well here. But don't worry, I can overtake them. Oh, okay. Yeah, AI really hates corner as usual. That's why you don't use driving assist. What's up with that blocking? That's a terrible block from that guy. Just a tap on that one. We're keeping our momentum. Alright, we're on the speedier section again. So it's gonna be pretty difficult for us to keep up with the others here. But I don't have to worry too much about it because, well, I can just block the one on my rear. But, oh, okay, I forgot that curve is terrible. Yeah, I mean, then again, this is not a racing curve. So, you got to be careful because it will upset the car from time to time. Yep, there's a crash there. And I just completely destroy each other there. Alright, we're on first place again with that lucky crash from the AI, which is pretty rare though. I'm not gonna lie, that is a pretty rare occasion where AI screw over like that. They messed up really badly. And the top 3 is Maserati GTS. I told you the handling on this car is very good. So, yeah, I mean, handling is obviously really good, but if I'm talking about the speed, it takes so much time to get it up to speed. Like, I'm not sure what speed that I'm on earlier but I do know I managed to reach 6th gear, but it's pretty close to the sharp corner on the bridge there. So, yeah, got to keep that in mind, you know. So, right, we are at night now. I guess we celebrated a bit too much, huh? So yeah, there you have it, the Maserati GTS. Not Maserati GTS, Maserati Gran Turismo S. On A class, this car has a pretty decent power. You just have to reduce it a little bit and give it a slick tire and you're good to go. And you'll have one of the best handling car in this class. But is it the fastest? Obviously not, as you can see right here. Accelerate quite low on 6th gear, as you can see, because it's almost at the peak. A bit too fast there. No. That was terrible driving. Surely that's illegal, right? But anyway, yeah. The handling is very good. I love it. I just love it, you know. So my recommendation, you can either go to S1 class with engine swap, which is that's fine. I'm not stopping you from doing that. I just personally prefer a factory engine most of the time, unless I want to go really crazy with my build. But on this car, it just proves to you that sometimes more power doesn't mean it's better, you know. Sometimes to make a car better, you just have to make it lighter and give it a better tire. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Alright everyone, Shikai Hokan here, reporting for the end of the world. I mean, the video. Hope you guys enjoyed today's content. If you like it, feel free to activate that like button. If you want to see more of my content, you can put a mark on my head with that subscribe button. And lastly, any kind of support and feedback would be really appreciated. So, thanks for watching, and remember, I'm keeping my eyes on you. Keep on living, buddy.